Hello, welcome once again to Digital Wealth Academy. A whole lot of my friends, a whole lot of subscribers on my YouTube channel have been asking me questions like, hey, Alex, what do you think about Intelligence Prime Capital? Hey, Alex, Intelligence Prime Capital and Rare Q, which do you think I should do? Hey, Alex, do you think Intelligence Prime Capital is going to overshadow Rare Q from the market and all that? And I was like, what is even this Intelligence Prime Capital in the first place? So I had to do my research basically about it. Now, let me add a disclaimer here, okay? I'm not a Forex trader. I've never really had interest in trading Forex. So this review basically is going to be fundamental. Those who do crypto, you know what fundamental analysis is. We're not going to be looking at technicalities and a whole lot of stuff. Though I had to contact one or two people who are into the technical aspect to just be able to verify some things, okay? But basically, my presentation is going to be fundamental. So first of all, what is IPC? Okay, they claim to be a fintech company. What do I mean by fintech? Financial technology company. And this is how they operate in a layman's term. Let's not speak too much grammar here, okay? It's the whole idea of you can get to purchase a robot, okay? And you don't really have to do anything. All you need to do is purchase the robot, fund your MT4 account. They trade for you, you verify your trades, you see all your daily trades in your MT4 account. This is quite laudable, very laudable, okay? However, in the past, we've experienced some guys who, first of all, come out with so many claims, so many ideas, and next thing, it turns out to be a scam. So one thing many people always look out for is, things like, is the company registered, stuff like that, and all that, and all that. But in this fundamental review, which like I said, fundamental review, we're going to be checking out some of all these things, and we're going to be verifying some of the claims of these guys and try to see if it makes sense. I'm assuring you, this video is not going to be short. It's going to be a long video. But trust me, if you really want to put your money, your hard-earned money in something, 30 minutes is not too much for you to learn about it, okay? And to at least have some degree of certainty. You cannot be sure. All you can have is at least a certain level of certainty about the opportunity you want to enter. All right. Now, also, I'm promising you, if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you my own take on one particular question that strikes me: Royal Q and IPC, which is better? I'm going to give you my own take on that. So that's my reason. First of all, you need to use your thumb and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, okay? So my presentation is basically going to be like this: green flags, red flags, green flags, red flags. So which should we start with? So many people were like, let us hear the red flags first. Okay, come on, let's go to the green flags. All right, so green flags. Now, in knowing about IPC, I had to make recourse to one of their documents which has been circulating everywhere. It's more like their manifesto, what they're out to do and all that. So I've already given you a layman's explanation of what IPC is all about. A fintech company that trades Forex, okay? And that, you can just purchase a robot. And with this robot, you are, to a certain level. First of all, these are the various prices. You have the smart bot, which is going for about $19.9. The brilliant bot, which is going for $39.9. And the genius bot. This one happens to be what everybody's concerned about because of what the potency or the potentialities are, which is going for $99.9, an average of $100. Though they are on promo this period from now till, is it December 23rd or so, you can get this robot or this particular genius bot for $50, like half the price. This is amazing. Actually, I can't do a review with what I'm not into, so I had to get this genius bot. I had to open a metaphor trader and a whole lot of that just to be sure of what I'm doing. So I just don't give a review and I'll be negative minded. So I have to be into it for a little while, observe them and see if it makes sense. So I bought it at $50 though, so I was able to enjoy the promo actually, and I invested about $500, like 250k plus in Naira. Now, they promise you some certain degree of ROI, return on investment. We'll get to that shortly. However, let's begin with the basics. Now, one thing that has trailed people about these guys is the fact that they are registered. So everybody's claiming the idea of they are registered, they are registered. Well, before I had to do anything, first of all, I had to are they really registered? That was my point of focus. Are they? So this is the the PDF file which they tend to use in their marketing purpose. Okay, so this is the certificate of incorporation, Canadian registration certificate. All right, this is also cool. Then this is another one, Financial Transactions and Report Analysis Center of Canada, FinTrack. So when I saw this word, I won't lie to you, I'm in Nigeria now. So if you tell me EFCC, I'll be so, I certainly know what EFCC is all about. But FinTrack is something I'm not really into, or it was strange to me. So I was like, hope this is not just a word that is coined, you know, that doesn't really mean anything. So first of all, I had to go to Google, all right, over here. So like, let me even really check what this whole FinTrack of a thing is all about. So I came in here and I typed FinTrack, okay, meaning. Let me just even know the meaning of FinTrack. Let me be sure it's a word somewhere. So this is one of the posts. You can just read along, you know. It's Canada's financial intelligence unit. The center assists in the detection, prevention, and deterrence of money laundering and financing terrorist activities, blah, 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 blah. You know, other ones here, Financial and Transaction Report Analysis of Canada. This is from Investopedia. Well, I think I rely on this guy's explanations a whole lot. So just to be cocksure, you know, to be sure that this is not just people making up posts and all that, you know, the web crawlers on Google can just pick up various posts and all that. So I had to open another page and go to scholar.google.com. Let me see what intellectuals are saying about FinTrack. Okay, so this is scholar.google.com, and I type what is FinTrack. So this also some various relations. I think this one. So an allusion was made. Financial FinTrack address organized crime and money laundering. Purpose of this paper is to explain Canada's FIU and all that. So there's something that really exists. FinTrack, good and fine. Now we know something exists that is called FinTrack. The next question is, are these guys registered on FinTrack truly, or are they fooling us? Okay, are they fooling us? Now on this PDF file, they give a link where you can verify their claims. Right? So if you click on this link, for example, and you open it, it's going to take you to a page where you can verify some stuffs. Okay, so for example, you can see registration status, you know, legal names, intelligence prime capital, registration number, initial date of registration, expiry date, main office, which tallies with what we saw in this certificate of incorporation and all that. This is impressive, but I can't be reading a PDF file of your company and you're giving me a link. So what if it is just a page which you created by the company? So definitely I need to search independently, right? Yeah, that was the best thing to do. So I had to go to my own Google and check. So what I simply typed as a layman who doesn't really know much about FinTrack and all that, I just typed FinTrack search. Let me see how to search for companies on FinTrack. All right, so this page opened, FinTrack, whatever it is. So I opened this page. So search by name, meaning you can search the name of any business or whatever you want. So I came to this name and I searched Intelligence Prime Capital, IPC, okay? And I clicked on search. So did anything come out? Let's see. Beautiful. This came out. What was it called now? Intelligence Prime Capital. This is the address and a whole lot. So it appears it's actually registered. Well, I also tried to look for, I wasn't too sure, you know. I'm very curious. This is money here. This is me wanting to invest over 250K. I came to another link here, still related though. And I was just like, I really need to search. So I clicked on English. Okay, still, that was a former page. Now, that's to a large extent, you know, went to show that, okay, these guys, probably they are actually registered, okay? They're actually registered and all that. So these are various companies and whatever it is. So that to a large extent settled a part of my curiosity. Okay, it settled a part of my curiosity and all that. And then this is also the US Digital Assets Regulatory License, MSP. US Digital Assets Regulatory License. So they claim they have this license and whatever, you know, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, Department of Treasury and all that. So I really needed to be sure. So I came back again to Google independently to search for these. So US MSB search. That's what I did. US MSB search. So that's what I came. Let me see if there's a way I can search for this. So I came to this site, MSB registrant search. Okay, so just to be pretty sure, so let me wait for this to load. So this is the site. Now the MSB registration number, you can search for this with any of the legal names, MSB registration number and all that. Now in IPC, they give us a registration number over here. I hope you can still look at it. Okay, so this is it. Let me highlight it for you to see. I just didn't want to believe anything, so I had to do my own research. So I copied this, all right, and I came here and I pasted it to be pretty sure. Okay, and I clicked on search. So you can see over here, Intelligence Prime Capital Limited, 13, whatever. All right, you can see this MSB activities and all that. Okay, so we can comfortably say to a large extent this claim is true. All right, so one green flag gone. Now the next one is the whole idea of who are those behind it. So this is Mr. Walter Stephan, the COO, Chief Operating Officer, right, of IPC. So I was thinking, I read his profile, accounting, was it? Okay, let's just read this profile together. Studied in London School of Economics, has a master's degree in finance and accounting, Then he continues his PhD studies in computing. But then here struck me. So he used to serve as the vice president of the European Central Bank, ECB. So he was the vice president and was in charge of policy and partnerships and all that. So I was like, wow. So such a figure like this, give or take, should be in LinkedIn. And at least we should see a track record online, at least, that this guy was actually vice president. I know the European Central Bank has various, like more than 17 vice presidents, like at a particular tenure, because various aspects, you have vice president of so and so, vice president, like just within the same tenure and the same bank. So I was like, okay, good and fine. Let me make a research on him. So I went on Google, my best friend, okay? So I went back to Google and I was like, Walter Stephan. So let's go there. Walter Stephan. Walter Stephan. I hope I'm getting the spelling right. Let me just minimize and check. Okay, Mr. Walter. Okay, that's an F, not a PH. Okay. Mr. Walter Stephan. Okay, so Mr. Walter Stephan, Vice President. Let me see. Let me just give Vice President, European Central Bank, or European anyone Central Bank. So let's see what Google will show us about this, and let's see if it makes sense. So Google gave us a link to his LinkedIn. Okay, so let's see Stephan Walter. Let's check him on LinkedIn and see if this profile tallies with what we're told about. Now, this is where my first red flag came in. Not really a red flag, though. I won't say this is a red flag, but there was a picture here actually, probably for privacy, okay? But let's see a little bit about him. Director at the European Central Bank, Banking Supervision, previously, whatever. Let me just go down and read. I think there's a place where you can read his full profile. Okay, view full profile. Let's see. Oh, I need to be logged in. Okay, I'm not logged in presently. What happened? Okay, let's just make do. All right, let me just have to. Okay, let me just pause the video so I can log in and have access to his full profile. Okay, I'm logged in now. So let's go back to his profile. So this is Stephan Walter. And I will just click over here on see all. Basically, let me just see everything. So Director General, European Central Bank, meaning he has an affiliate to that. Senior Vice President, Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Okay. Now, Okay, look at what Masters in International Affairs, Banking and Finance. Let's check that out. Okay, let's see. Master's degree, continued studies in, okay, has a master's degree in finance and accounting. Okay, political. Okay, let's see. So this makes sense a little bit. And University of California, basically. So this happens to fall into this description. Now another question was, okay, could it be the fact that they're impersonating this guy? I'm just thinking out loud. But I also came to realize, like, somebody of this kind of caliber and qualifications, if he's being impersonated, I doubt how far these guys could go if they're just impersonating him. Because someone with this caliber definitely should have been able to pick up a case from this. So, but this being the case, if up till now, Walter Stefan, we've not heard anything from the real Walter Stefan, though there's no picture in his own LinkedIn. Well, can we say this is the real Walter Stefan? Well, I don't know, but all the facts are pointing in the direction that this could be him. Now, the next person is Dr. Val NGSH. Like usual, I had to do my research. So let's go back to Google. Dr. Val NGSH. Dr. Val NGSH is a very popular figure, actually. I've seen some of his videos on YouTube and all that. So he's a really popular person. So this is him over here. Let me even take a look at this picture. If it tallies, well, I hope it resembles. Okay, I hope it does. So basically, these two guys are on LinkedIn and all that. So, well, this appears to be another green flag for me, in my own opinion. Another green flag. Then this is also the third green flag, which I think, and that is the fact that we all know what a metaphor trader is. So just for the sake of those, let me just go on Google so you can read this out yourself. What is a metaphor trader? So that those who are pretty new, like myself, would have an idea of it. So let's see. Metaphor trader is also known as MT4. It's an electronic trading platform widely used by online retail, foreign exchange speculative traders. The software is licensed to foreign exchange brokers, whatever. But at least we know it's something legit. Now, the summary of Metaphor Trader is it's a software where you trade, you could monitor trades and all that. Now, the beautiful thing about these guys in IPC is you can monitor whatever trade that is being done for you. And the way the robot works, it works in a very amazing manner. It trades just basically 3 times a day to limit your losses and the rest. And it has been proven, or sorry, they have said it has been proven that you make about 97%, like their trades are always in the positive aspect, 97% all the time, 97%. So they have been high on profits to a large extent. And I could not really verify that because when you click on your Metaphor Trader, you can easily see your trades. That's when you click on the mobile version. You can download the mobile version of Metaphor Trader, okay? So I couldn't really verify that, how true that is. So I had to contact a friend who is into Forex trading. I'm like, okay, can you actually verify if these trades are real? Like if these trades were done at the accurate time? And he had to log into the desktop version. It's a pity I'm doing this review via phone and not via a desktop or a laptop. Even if I was doing it, I don't know, I can't really get the basics of how he did it, but he was able to send a correspondence to let me know that those trades were actually taken at the time they said they were taken and at the various prices they were taken. So I see that as another green flag, yeah, to them, that's a good one. So it means they're actually trading to a large extent. It means from the facts we've seen right now, they're actually registered. And it also shows that to a large extent, the people behind them are actually real and not ghosts. That is basically what you're looking out for in any business. So are we done with the green flags? Now, if yes, let's now go to the red flags, okay? So where's my first slide? So can we begin the red flags? Now, usually when we talk of red flags, from the red flags I've noticed, I would actually want to call them gray flags rather than red flags. Because most of the red flags in most of the videos I've watched, and most of what I've interviewed from people is they are speculative. Now, when you say things are speculative, it actually means you're not really too sure, but we're just like, what if, what if? And those what ifs are actually the what ifs in any business. Before you give out your money to anybody to invest or to do whatever, you must ask those what ifs. So since basically they are still, we know what gray means now, you are still clouded with doubts. So I would not want to call them point blank red flags. But the number one thing, either red or gray flag, whichever one you call it, the number one thing I think we should take note of is the fact that we are paying for a robot. Okay, so they are saying you're going to buy a robot at various prices, but what is not really too clear is the fact that while the normal idea of paying for a robot is the fact that I am paying for this robot and I am using the robot to trade for myself, like I'm hiring this robot. So the whole idea that money is leaving my hand, I am depositing it in the IPC, and in turn sending it to my metaphor trader. They are the ones trading for me. They have full control of my money. So it's more like our money is in a central fund. That is a little bit scary. Yeah, it's a little bit scary because once money is leaving your pocket and it's going to a central fund, if anything happens tomorrow, we all will be running helter-skelter. All right? Yeah, we will be running helter-skelter. So that appears to be to be a very red flag for me. But what I also realized is the fact that even if you are trading Forex by yourself, okay, if you're trading Forex by yourself, money is also leaving your hands because you're going to be using a broker and you're going to be depositing money with a broker. And in the past, we've heard of shady brokers, who they close the brokerage and all that, and your money is all lost. So it's more like we're always in a risk in any form of investment. So this is not limited to IPC alone, but generally to Forex. And even probably crypto too. Your money is in the exchange. For example, if an exchange goes south, just that we've not really seen anyone in recent times, but if an exchange goes south, yeah, probably we might take it some regulations and all that might save you the stress of losing your money and all that. So if this company is also regulated, we can also give them the benefit of the doubt. My own opinion though. So that is number one. Then the other red flag is this. In talking about this second red flag, I'll have to make recourse to what happened to Ripples. So Ripples happens to be registered with the Security Exchange Commissions, but with some limitations as well. And sometime in December 2020, they had a lawsuit filed against them because it appears they were breaching the contracts and all that. And you know what happened to Ripples, right? So many people were like, lawsuits against Ripple. Let us sell off. I will know how the price of Ripples came crashing down last December. Now, these guys are registered, okay? But we don't know to what extent this permits or this level of registration they have permits them to function. So if tomorrow there happens to be a lawsuit, just like we saw in Ripples, there happens to be some challenges and the rest. Now, what are the plans, to secure our funds? Basically, those are some things you also need to look out for. Yeah, as of now, they're registered, the journey is all smooth. But what happens in the future? If something goes south tomorrow, how do we rescue our funds? So in the case of Ripple, it's a crypto asset. So you own your asset. So as at that point, sometime in 2020, the price went down. If you didn't sell off at a loss, by now you'll still be in profit because you already own an asset already, okay? So that also something you need to also consider. But this is not just limited to IPC alone. It's more like a general risk, basically. So that is, for me, more of a gray flag than a pure red flag. All right, because it's not just limited to them. It's not like it's a default or a defect in them. So basically, that's also another thing you need to know. For now, this is how far I've gone in my research. So let me answer some basic questions at this point. So I said if you're going to be patient to this point, I'm going to answer some basic questions. And the number one question people have been asking me is Royal Q versus IPC. Which do you recommend and all that? Now, what is Royal Q? If you're watching this video on YouTube, then check the description. I've done a whole lot of videos on the Royal Q crypto bot. So it's a robot you are purchasing by yourself. You are managing everything by yourself. Your capital is in your Binance and all that. As against IPC, where you're giving your money to the company in quotes, yeah, because you're going to be funding your MT4. The company is going to be in charge of your money and all that. So you do not have full, yeah, you can withdraw anytime you want, but even in the process of withdrawal, it's more like the company is paying you. You get the point? So like, let's say they trade for you Monday to Fridays. On Saturday, you can withdraw your profits, and either you cash it out or you reput it back. You invest it and all that. So it's more like the company pays you. That's a challenge, one. But for RealQ, you are the boss of yourself. That is an advantage of RealQ over IPC. But the other advantage, basically, of IPC over RealQ might be the fact that, first of all, with the way the bot is going now on RealQ, even when you purchase the bot, you actually need to spend time to learn the bot, and also you need to understand how the market works before you even use the bot to profitable ends. Now that could be time consuming, yeah, because a whole lot of people are like, I'm using this bot for a while, I'm still yet to understand it. Even me myself, I'm still yet to understand this bot fully because the market could be somehow. So, but for IPC, basically, there are some set of professionals who claim, I'll have to use who claim to trade for you, and they try to make consistent profits. Now, they also make losses sometimes. That's the beautiful thing. I think with the period I've been with them, there are like one or two encounters I've seen losses in trade, like they sold at the loss. So it's not just the case they are giving us 247 profits, but to a large extent, your profits outnumbers your losses. I think that's what I can picture from that. So having some professionals do the job for you, it's more like your trading is on autopilot on IPC. But for RealQ, damn, you have to monitor the market 247. So you really need to do some hard work. Okay, so that is also another advantage again. Then in this third aspect of the difference between them, there is something which I note for sure. You cannot just leave all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so that's the whole idea of multiple streams of investment. Now, from what I've seen, the crypto market, I might be wrong, but I think I am certainly right what I'm saying. The crypto market is far more volatile than Forex. Yeah, that is why you're able to make millions of naira or dollars suddenly from crypto, and you're able to also lose suddenly from crypto. Crypto market is very volatile, on the positive or on the negative, like it goes up, it goes down. Forex is also a volatile market, but less volatile compared to crypto. Now, what that simply means is this: if you are definitely doing crypto, then you need a side source of income. For example, you hear people saying in crypto, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. If you don't get money, how you want to buy dip? All right, if you don't have the money, how do you buy the dip? Okay, so you definitely need something at the side, like side income, in such a way that when the crypto market is down, you can actually get money from somewhere to withdraw and fund your crypto assets as well and buy the dip. That's the real idea of buying the dip. But if all your money is tied in crypto, then how do you buy the dip? And that is why I so much love the deposit and the withdrawal method of IPC. When you're depositing, you can deposit in USDT. When you're withdrawing, you can withdraw in USDT and not your normal fiat paper money, okay? Now, that being the case, I think it offers you an opportunity to split your investment. Like I told you, I started with a $500 investment on IPC just to see how it works, okay? And I might be topping up to 1,000, but definitely I might in the nearest future, from now to 2022, January or February, depending on how much I am able to gather about it to know how legit it is, I might not exceed that 1,000 this thing. Because in every investment, what you need to know is invest what you know you can lose. Yeah, it might sound hard, but that's the truth, because nothing is sure. Like I say, there's no, like I usually tell those in my team, there is no investment that is 100% sure. The more or the most we can get is you look at the potentials of a business and you're like, okay, with the way this business is growing, it should be able to hit so and so level within so and so time. So you look at potentials. But if you're looking for that one perfect investment made from heaven that would that weather all storms, you might not get it. So having said that, that might be the need for you to want to split your risk or split whatever it is your risk. Let me put it that way. For example, even in crypto, let me just show you my Trust Wallet. For example, there are some coins that for no reason, no serious reason, would just go down the drain. Like And you'll be like, man, I thought this coin was bound to live forever, that kind of idea. So let me just go into my Trust wallet. Basically, you might see some coins like, I had to delete my main assets though, but I just want to show you some. So for example, you might see some coins. This coin is totally valueless in crypto. Like, this is what they say, you've been wrecked. The coin you've been rug pulled, The coin has no value. It was a project that came out at some point. You're like, oh, this project is going to be dope, super dope, super dope. Right now, this project has been rug pulled. You can't even say value on that particular project, okay? Now, there's so many other coins like that. You're having whole lots of them and you think you have value, but man, you don't have value. So even in crypto, you can be rug pulled. So do not think crypto is a better off investment or whatever and say, okay, I'm just comfortable in one zone. Now, since nothing is for sure, then you do not have to lay all your eggs in one basket. But I can boldly tell you still about this competition between RoyalQ and IPC, which is better. Bulk of my funds are still in RoyalQ. I'm trading them in crypto normal, and I'm using RoyalQ to trade, okay? But this is IPC is a pretty new one, and I'm just gonna be risking $1,000 because after this video, I'm gonna be topping up my account to $1,000. I'm just gonna leave that there. That is what I can afford to lose in the worst case scenario. I have some capital in RoyalQ. I call it bulk, yeah, because that's like higher than every other investment I'm doing. I can afford to lose that. And I also have some in Omega Tron, okay, as the Omega Pro, sorry, and a whole lot of investment, both real estate and normal. So that's both like physical investments and digital investments. So you don't have to be limited, and you do not have to be stereotyped to think that it is just one way forward. So for this question, somebody asked me this question, like, so Alex, do you recommend Intelligence Prime Capital? That's a very hard question to answer. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor. It's only a financial advisor that will recommend Intelligence Prime Capital to you. But I think from my findings, I am into it. I think that's just the basic idea. Okay, so this is the end of our presentation. Okay, so like I said, I didn't do this to market anything. I just do this to be open, and I'm open to correction. If you've gone through this video, you found out that there are some things which I didn't say correctly, you want to correct me, you want to give me some new information, trust me, you know how to reach me. And I promise you, whatever information you're giving me, and if it makes sense, and I agree with it, like it makes sense, it's very clear, I would come back and do a rejoinder to my review and point out the new findings I have. Okay, so whatever findings I'm having, both positive and negative, definitely will be on the channel. Like I said, nobody has the monopoly of knowledge. And do not be stereotyped to think whatever you know is the only thing. No, there are a whole lot of options and opinions out there. And I'll be accepting everybody's opinion, okay? I'll be accepting all opinions. So in the link to the description, in the description, you'll be finding links of, just a minute, please. So in the link or in the description, you'll be finding links of videos on how to start up your Intelligence Prime Capital. You also see the link just in case you want to register. Now, how did I even forget? Yeah, there's also something I almost forgot right now. They also offer this whole idea of networking, where there is something unique about their networking. I haven't really researched about the networking actually, because that's not my area of concentration. I didn't really want to focus on that. But the little I gathered is, in other opportunities, okay, in other businesses, you will see the networking plan. Let me just see if I can get a pen. You see the networking plan in the sense that somebody is out here, you bring. This person is earning from generations downward and all that. And you'll be like, how would this guy cope now? This money they are sharing, it doesn't make sense. Actually, when the network is coming so long, only you're earning from 15 generations and all that. When so much money is spent on networking, it becomes questionable. But there's something about the networking of Intelligence Prime Capital that I just love. And basically, their own pattern of networking looks more like affiliate marketing. When you bring a person, like once you bring a person, you are paid for only that person. If this person brings any other person, nothing concerns you. So the payment is just on those you are bringing. If you like bring 1,000 people, you are being paid for just those people you are bringing and not for their downlines and the rest. So I also think that reduces the flow of income out of it. So it's more like it's an affiliate marketing thing and not a network marketing thing where you're paid generations. So that is also quite interesting to me. Though I can't really explain how this works because my main purpose was just to find out if this is legit and not really to understand the network marketing aspect. But trust me, I would also do more research and understand how that works, and you find that on the channel. So if you're still new and you've not subscribed, you're going to be missing out. Hit the subscribe button. If you're interested in being a part of Intelligence Prime Capital, you find videos in the description on how to get started. You find an invitation link just in case you want to be in my team so that we can grow together. You'll also find a WhatsApp group where I'm not teaching you because I don't really know Forex, okay? We'll be learning together. We'll be sharing informations of where we can get knowledge, like meetings and all that. We'll be sharing that in the group. So just check the link in the description. You find viable or vital information which you would need if you're going to be interested in joining this part, okay? So I think this will be all about my review. You can leave your comments, your likes, your displeasures, your corrections, whatever. I'm open to all of them. Leave them in the comments, and if that was going to help us, let's see if that's going to help us prepare a better video with your critiques and whatever.